All right, and we are live. What's up, guys? Repeat back here, back again with another NNR Truck Series race, live from Texas Motor Speedway. And tonight, with me in the booth is none other than the driver of the number 21 Ford, the famed Wood Brothers 21, Mr. JCX12, Jarrett. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing great, Pete. I'm glad to be here.
Oh man, been a long time coming. As you can see, these guys are making their pace lap. JC, while they're on this pace lap, you've heard a lot of people talking about their setups and who's been fast, who's gonna kind of bide their time during the stages. Who are you taking for tonight, sir?
Man, I'd watch out for that 20 of Striker. I hear he's got a really good long-run car. You see the 48 of Aviator on the pole for tonight's race. He's going to be bad fast too.
Did Aviator actually put in his picture for tonight? I'll actually have to go and
Yes, sir, he did.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He was fourth to last, but he made the cut.
Oh boy. That's I'm glad that Aviator made it in. I know we also got Rowdy from the Cup Series. He's in his same old 13 car, and looks like we are gonna go ahead and take that green. I wasn't able to quite get a pick in there, but yeah, the Aviator, he's gonna go ahead and lead him into 1 and 2. Right behind him, he's got the 3 car, and I was at the 51 to his outside. I'll try to get back up through the field as quick as I can here. Big field, 22, 23 cars tonight. As you can see, they're not taking or wasting any time, getting side by side, 2, sometimes 3 wide, going through these long, wide, sweeping, rough on tire corners. But they are. They're not gonna.
They're 3 wide coming to the front stretch.
Okay, yeah. It looks like it slowed them up. I don't see a caution as of yet. As far as cautions and all that go, I do actually have NNR Carroll's stream up, so I'll be able to keep things going as far as lap counts and all that go on. A little bit of a battle here between the 18 and the 9. The 18 is where is he on this roster? I've got 18 is Cowboy Matt. Cowboy Matt down from the Xfinity series, get a little extra seat time, as a lot of people like to try to do. But still, the Aviator up front in the 48, he's under a pretty good battle there with the 3 car. Gonna keep an eye on that, and also all this other action that keeps happening throughout the field. The 88 of Watt, he just got hard into the outside wall. I'm not quite sure who that was underneath him, and looks like Carroll's actually in part of that as well. Yep, caution is definitely out. The 88, once he made contact with the outside wall going through the tri-oval, he went around, and so did a couple others, so I'm not surprised that the caution's out. Let's see here.
Looking at the 88 now, he's got bad damage on the front end. Hood's all pushed up. I don't even know if he can see out that thing right now.
JC, can you please do me a favor and open up my stream and just type a message? I just want to make sure that the chat's working.
Let's test it out.
I definitely appreciate it. So yeah, with the Aviator up front, after pit stops are made, more than likely he's probably going to come out pretty close to the same position. So I'll try to work my way back up to that 48. And hey, what do you know? After just hitting that A button a couple times. All right. Yep. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So yeah, a little bit of a change of the guard, if you will. Now we've got I think that's 5 truck. With the 21. Yep, 5 a little tank. Little tank was very, very quick when we were at Daytona. He made no issue about pushing the 19 a horn to the season opener win. Let's see. I'm getting back to my roster. So yeah, like you said, the 5 little tank, and the 21 on the outside of him is the Hasty Cripple. All right, let's see. Looks like Fast and Loud Racing is telling me that the chat was working. Thank you very much. Same thing, JC. Appreciate you. Knight's a little under the weather. That's why JC's here tonight. Otherwise, I would have asked JC to join in on Tuesday night. But in speaking with you earlier, you may actually be looking for some extra seat time on Tuesday when the Xfinity guys run. And we are going back green. It looked like the Aviator gave that 5-car a real big push going into turn 1 as they're passing through the second half of the trioval. And right behind those two, you got the 87. And 87 is Ingalls. Ingalls, another Cup driver coming down to get some seat time. Let me see.
Ingalls, we know that.
Oh yeah, Ingalls. Ingalls was it last year? I mean, he could have won, or seemed like he won almost every race at this track. So yeah, doing a great job again. Thanks for checking in, Bowling. We're definitely missing you, but I heard as to why, and man, I couldn't agree more. Family first, buddy. Yeah, it looks like the 48 Aviator was able to get by the 87 of Ingalls, but I'm almost positive that battle is nowhere near over. They're gonna, that 3 truck's gonna keep up the pressure, and it's gonna be a great night for all these guys.
12
keep
of
going here.
Jay has worked his way up to 4th place. 5 was working the high lane, but he couldn't quite get down. He started 2nd in the outside lane, but he's now lost. They're just about to lose the lead back draft. These top 4 are breaking away.
Yeah, these top 4 are absolutely starting to break away. It's no surprise. I mean, look who's all there. Aviator, Cup driver, 87. Got the 3. And like you said, the 12 of Double J. The 12 has been fast every week. He's just needed a break. Maybe this is the break that he's needed to actually get up there and contend among the league's best. But the 48 of Aviator, 87 of Ingalls, and the 3. Why do I keep losing these guys?
But side by side for 2nd, Aviator kind of left the door open. Ingalls went down there, and Bay tried to take it high on the high side. But
there we go. Yeah. Let's. Knights wants to know if the Aviator got a permission slip to run. That's a good question. I don't know.
But
he wants to. He wants.
Everyone's following.
But he is in the lead. I got to give credit to Aviator, all right? He is probably one of, if not the youngest members of NNR, and he is out there leading laps constantly, whether it's here in trucks, whether it's on Thursdays in Cup, through HD Motorsports YouTube stream, or wherever it is. Aviator is fast week in and week out. For a young kid, I got to, hats off to him. Great job by the guy. Keep going through the field as we check in with the 16 of Controlled Chaos. Let's see if we can't find as we see
a little bit of contact back in the pack.
Yeah, that was the 12 car Double J kind of got sent down a little bit as the 19 of Dooman went on by. See if I can't find Cowboy Matt. There he is. There's the old 18 truck, kind of all by himself, mired far in the back. Now, it could just be that Matt is on a higher preset, and he's waiting for that first set of pit road adjustments to go through, maybe tighten it up. Could be already a free chassis, a higher preset, kind of what some others could be doing, but from what I hear, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, JC, a lot of people were really choosing to go with a lower numbered preset and then free up the truck as the night went along.
I definitely heard a lot of lower number presets, a lot of 1s, a lot of 2s. I think I might have heard of 3. But the car's going to get loose as the run goes on, and lower preset, I guess the less loose that you would be at the end, depending on your adjustments. Definitely going to have to take
Yeah.
care of the tires here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. This the way that you get into one, how sharp that curve is, and with the banking, it definitely loads up that right front, and then you got the right rear screaming coming off 3 and 4. So much so that the car, or the truck in this case, actually gets really, really light. So that's why a lot of people were tending to stay on the lower end of the preset scale. But yeah, this track is like probably, I would say, after Auto Club, like the biggest test for the new tire wear model here on Heat 4. Now we're still only 5 races into the season, and there's still a lot of racing left to go. But this is probably one of, if not the best, tests for the new tire model and the wear model. As always, these guys are on 2 times wear, 2 times fuel.
We got a lead change. The 3 truck just took the lead from the 48, and the 87 of Ingalls has now worked past the 48 of Aviator into second place. Aviator's from first to third.
Go ahead and get back up there. There's the Aviator. Yeah, Aviator, like you just said, back to third. 87 of Ingalls is in second. I'm still trying to get my way up to that 3 car. I know it's a custom 3, so it makes it a little bit harder to pick out. I'm getting there. Please be patient with people getting really loose, cutting through the grass at Tri-Oval. It's about that time.
You see a little bit of dirt coming up on the front stretch.
Yeah, it looks like the 9 of Carroll was involved with that, as well as somebody else. As kind of keeping an eye on this stream, that's not good. You want to keep the dirt out of that grill. But yeah, a few issues for Carroll, and I'm not quite sure who the other truck was, but definitely going to have a lot of ground to make up. It's still early in the race, plenty of time, but he's already struggling with a loose condition.
Oh yeah, and it's not going to get any better. These cars are just going to get more and more loose as the run goes on. Pete, I think the guys that are up in the lead right now, they look pretty comfortable running single file. You got to think they're just saving their tires, trying to get to the end of the run. It's a long race.
You know, earlier I talked about Rowdy and how he was running his, 13 car and all that. He lied to me. Rowdy's actually in that 3 leading the race right now. Yeah. So I don't know if he just told me that because he didn't want any camera time or what, but yeah. So right now you've got Cup drivers 1, 2, 3, Rowdy in the 3, 87 of Ingalls, and the 48 of Aviator, and pretty big gap back to 4th place, which is probably Double J. Hey, Country Girl, thank you very much for checking in. I absolutely appreciate you. Let's see, keeps calling them cars. I think it's out of habit. Yeah, well, what's out of habit, really, Country Girl, is the custom cars. Here and the Xfinity race, there tend to be more custom cars and more very different names than what I'm kind of accustomed to, because a lot of these guys are newer to NNR. Now, when I say that they're newer to NNR, that doesn't mean that they can't drive, or some of them may or may not belong in a higher series or whatever. It just means that I'm not as familiar with their names as guys that I've raced around for a few years, or like JCX here. I've raced with him in a couple different leagues and been around him for years. The same thing with Knights, and the same thing with Silent and Kamal, and several others. So yeah, it tends to be a little bit of a challenge. We'll go with that. What's up, Shadowlac? Checking in. Yeah, these trucks have absolutely been a bit unstable. A little bit of a challenge for the top 3. Looks like the
Aviator has worked his way back to the lead.
Yep, Aviator has definitely worked his way back to the lead. That as HD, if I had actually been paying attention to that instead of trying to say how or why, some of these names are a bit crazy for me. Yeah. But yeah, Aviator back to the lead. 87 of Ingall's second, and Pete 3.
Caution on the track.
And yeah, caution on the track. It looked like just as I said that, the 9 of Carroll was correcting himself.
Of Watt Racing. It's going to be interesting to see if he can stay on the lead lap. Pro Viper just coming off of pit road.
So these guys could actually end up on the better side of that, because all these guys that are behind him that have not yet pitted will now have to pit. Yeah, I see Watt as he's coming out of the pits. He could be starting up front on a fluke. Good for him. Put it out, absolutely. Striker's checking in from his truck. No texting and driving, Striker.
He said, we got 2 cautions.
Watch that 20 truck, I'm coming. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take it back to green. Ingall's in the 87 was just pretty close to the front, so kind of keep it on him. So yeah, I guess now I can kind of take a second. I was actually going to go ahead and pick that 88 earlier. I ran a bunch of test laps with him. He was really fast. He was ready to go. It would be no surprise to me at all to see that 88 dueling with the 87, with the 48, with the 3, with the 12, with the 22 of Soroka, with all those guys at some point throughout the night.
Pete looks like our leader by Fusion here. He's going to be coming down pit road as he's dropped below the apron. He must have forgot to pit.
Yeah, I tell you, sometimes hitting that double A just kind of throws you off.
So yeah, come on back.
Yeah, come on back in. Yep. So now you got the 48 of Aviator with the 16 truck to his outside, and I'm pretty sure I knew who that 16 was. And that's, Controlled Chaos. That's right. And we're going to take it back green. Three trucks going to go ahead and give the 48, the Aviator, a big push. 87 of Ingall says, I'm not going to try to push you, Chaos. I'm just going to try to duck under you, keep the draft of that 3 truck. And here comes the 24, or that might have been the 28 right behind them. In fact, more than likely that was I don't think that was the 22 of Sammy, but it could have very well been. I'm going to kind of get back in the pack here a little bit, JC.
The 16 of Control Chaos did not have that good of a restart. He's under heavy pressure right now and stuck on the high lane, falling like a rock.
Yeah, I think big wreck again. Oh, big wreck. Car's a truck. Man, trucks are on their roof going through the tri-oval, and yeah, I'm waiting on that caution sign. I don't see it as of yet. How is that there? No, okay. That was actually the end of stage 1. All right. Carroll's going to have to reach out to these guys and, settle them down. There's still a whole lot of racing left to go. That's the end of stage 1. They'll get a chance to fix their damage, make any adjustments that they need. Maybe their cars were a little too free on the long run, so maybe a little bit more in the left rear to kind of stabilize that just a little bit. Maybe put a little less in the right rear so it doesn't slide around as much. Do something with the right front, keep the wear down as much as possible. So yeah, there's a few things that these guys can absolutely do. But we're gonna work our way back up, and it looks like now it's the 20 truck that you were talking about earlier that's gonna take these guys to green. Oh, Striker just checking into the chat. Now he's checking into the chat from the lead. He will be the control car unless he was an issue where he also forgot to pit. But with the stage break right there, you got more time. It'd be a little bit harder to forget this time.
I'm really surprised actually, because they just pit that more cars didn't stay out and try to gain some track position, because they only had maybe half a lap on their tires.
If that, yeah. But with that wreck, who knows who? I didn't get a chance to see who all was involved. So gonna be hey, these guys are the ones, they're the ones driving it. We'll have to see how this shakes out. But Striker sent me a message earlier saying he was gonna have a fast little buggy tonight. Here's his chance to prove it. Control truck, 48 of the Aviator that was outside, 3 car of Rowdy with the 87 of Ingall's. There you see the 18 truck of 18 of Cowboy Matt. That's Country Girls He's her #1 fan. And we're back green, JC.
20 car gets a really good restart. It's going to clear Aviator going into 1.
Yeah, right, and absolutely right behind them. They are side by side for at least six or 7 rows back. So it's interesting to see now with these adjustments that have been made, tire pressures, wedge, tape, whatever. If anybody's made their cars a little too loose, maybe they were having to deal with issues back in the pack, in dirty. Yeah, I saw that too. Looks like the Rowdy might have almost got to the inside panel of that 20 of Striker. Striker's really trying to keep that truck down, but right now he's actually controlling 2 lines of cars. He's got the 48 Aviator on the outside. Yep, about to be 3. Oh boy, Striker's trying to keep it penned down. Can he keep the lead? Can he keep it wound up around that outside? Big push from the 48, the Aviator. 3's getting an arrow shove from the 87 of Ingles. There's the 18. There's the 20. I think that's the 22. No, that's the 13 of Soroka. Yep.
Striker fighting hard on the outside. He's going to lose 2.
Yeah, Striker's... He is fighting as hard as he possibly can. Yeah, he lost a couple spots, but you know what? With the wear, everybody that just pit is gonna be wearing at the same rate now, or at least you might think, depending on where they initially started. I'm waiting for them to just settle down a little bit, run some laps, figure out what they got, adjust from there, and then race. Not only race your competition, but with the wear on this track, you got to race the track. It's got a side-by-side battle for the lead with the 20 right behind, and then there's the 48.
Yeah, Pete, I don't think they're going to settle down anytime soon. They're 2 by 2 starting with the leaders. They're still side-by-side.
Yeah, that just goes to show, I mean, the competition of all these guys, no matter what series they're in, they're not going to give an inch. Even though they're not here to, put that check mark in the win column to lock themselves into the chase, they're here just for seat time and maybe some bragging rights. Their race here means absolutely nothing except maybe a little bit more knowledge going into Thursday night's race in the Cup Series over on YouTube with HD Motorsports. That's all that they've got to gain. Seat time.
These guys come in to race the best, and they're getting the best seat time that they can against some of the best drivers in the game.
Exactly. I mean, you look at Rowdy every week. You look at Aviator every week. You see Striker up here. Striker, he wants to move up to Cup, maybe just waiting on that seat to open. And you see the 48, the Aviator, really just slide to the inside of the 20, and he's going to be able to clear him as HD, big power move going through that corner. Great job, Aviator. If you go back to watch this, that was a hell of a move, man. Awesome. Keep going through the field. There's this 87 of Ingles, 3 of Rowdy. Here's the 2 of Dooman with the 88 of Watt Racing, trying to get underneath him. This pack behind that where they're really just doing everything they can to catch up, maybe try to set the guy up in front of them to make that pass, and then catch the next guy. And with 704 fixing the draft issue, they will be able to draft. It will slow you down than just a straight wall, I guess you could say, that you might find along the backstretch. Let's see.
Pete, back up front, the 3 is back in the lead. They're still 2 by 2, and then they single out for maybe the backstretch and they go right back to 2 by 2. It seems like clean air is where everyone wants to be right now.
Oh yeah, clean air is absolutely a great thing. I didn't think that the dirty air on this game was all that bad until I actually got behind Watt Racing in a test run earlier. They wanted to kind of test out the pit road procedures for tonight, and yeah, dirty air, it is a real thing as these guys navigate around the track. Let's see. Going to keep going through. Knights is back in chat saying, "Tell Carl stay off the grass." Let's see. Go ahead, Knights. You can keep count of how many times I say car versus truck. It's a habit. It's not a bad habit. But hey, that's all right. I'm gonna keep going through the field. I wish I had a turn 'em up button or a boost it button for the audio. I love the reverb of these engines off the wall at these tracks where the trucks kind of swoop up towards that outside wall when coming off the corner or going down the backstretch, getting ready to arc the truck. Knight's truck in, going into the corner. Man, I love that sound. I got the bass turned up on my headset, and man, I love it.
Yeah, man, it's the only way an engine should sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pete, I tell you what, they are three wide back here for about 15.
Yep, well, I see Watt. Yep, I see Watt. I see the 25, and there. Whoa, little contact. Little contact with that 16, and see the 9 get by, and yep. Looks like somebody running some City Chevrolet colors is going down pit road. There's a 52, a redneck man, kind of running all by himself. Doesn't really look like. Well, yeah, he actually does have quite a bit of damage on the front end. His hood pins are all bent out of shape, pretty close to popping out. But on to the next. Here you see the 95 of Pro Viper. When I was practicing earlier with Pro Viper, he said, "I know at some point you're probably going to call me Kamal, or you're probably going to call me HD." Nope, Pro Viper, you are the one and only Pro Viper. With the 9 car of Carroll right behind it, and then you got the 88 of Watt right in front of you. Watt, you were just talking about dirty air, JC. I think that is one thing that's keeping Watt, kind of tucked in the back. You can have a fast truck, and you can work your way around 1 or 2 cars or whatever. But when you got to work your way around 20 cars, that's a whole other ball game.
Track position comes into play at that point. With as big of a field as that we have here tonight, definitely you're going to want to be out in clean air. You're not going to want to go back to 20th and make 20 more passes. You're going to want to hang around the top 10 so that at the end of the race you've only got maybe 5 or 6 rows to try past. But it's already going to be hard enough.
Yeah, it will absolutely be hard. I don't know
cars
what
on pit road right now. Like we might be getting a short cycle.
Yep, I actually just saw Sammy parked there as well in his truck. Knights, he's parked there in his truck. I gotta stop. Okay. Anyhow, 54 BMX Killer. He's gonna be working his way down pit road. We'll actually stay on him to show y'all how they're supposed to exit the pits tonight. Kind of gas it up as quick as they can. Hug the inside wall. Stay under the track as best they can. Make sure they don't come in. Here you'll start to see the dotted line as soon as pit road ends. Merge onto the back stretch. Got really close to that 45 serving cone, but he was able to do that. Serving cone was able to get by. No issue there. Good blend up. Great job, BMX. Gonna keep going through. Let's go ahead and work our way back up towards the front here. Again, still kind of checking out. 48 the Aviator, 87 of Ingles, and a 3 of Rowdy. I tell you, if I didn't know any better, I'd say these 3 were practicing together and shared their setup. I mean, there's no teams for these guys that come down from the Cup or Xfinity Series. They're there just racing to get that practice in. I mean, you can practice as much as you want with the AI. It's not going to do anything for your actual race game because it's completely different. And when I say that they are racing,
a little bit of contact
2 by 2. Yep, I saw that. Here goes the 3. Was he able to hold it? He was able to hold it. Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
No,
kind of looked like.
No, he did not make the pass in the grass. He's about to get passed by the outside here. He can't hang on.
You read my mind. You cut me off. No. That's exactly what that looked like. But yeah, that was amazing way to hold on to that wheel by Rowdy. Great example as to why he's a Cup driver, able to hold on to that wheel. That was really good. He could have juked the wheel one way or another, spun it out and done whatever, and man, he would have been great. Let me see.
Yeah, last lap coming off turn 4, he was in the dirt. This lap coming off turn 4, he's got the lead again.
Yeah. I mean, great exhibition
of down pit road right now.
Yep, 3-car Rowdy, 48. Let's see who's going to be able to come out on top. It looks like the 48 Aviator got a little squirrely. Let's see here.
So the 87 of Ingalls is going to assume the lead. Striker's still in tow in second place, as they are both going to be coming down pit road now.
Now, from what I had thought I'd heard Carol say, there was going to be somebody kind of watching for penalties. So we'll have to assume that somebody's watching and keeping things going. But great way of exhibiting how NNR gets on and gets off pit road. No issues. I really didn't see where anybody had spun out, getting on the brakes, heading in. Although Heat 4 or 704 did do a better job of getting the aprons a bit better. They're not as loose or slick rather. And it looks like I've actually lost the stream.
I think
somehow.
Well,
did you lose it too?
Nope.
All right, can you send me an invite, please? Not quite sure what happened. It says I lost connection to multiplayer.
Well, I'll fill you in on the blanks. The 19 has assumed the lead and is now on pit road. 19 of JR Horn.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting back up there. Knights, you know what? Go take your NyQuil. Oh, man.
Oh,
Kamal, I'm glad to hear that's you.
Carol's in the wall off turn 4. I saw that one.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, lost connection to the multiplayer, but we are back up and running. Here's the 48 of the Aviator. It looks like after pit stops, he's got a bit of a gap going back to, I think that's the 20 behind him. The 87 of Ingalls, he's now trying to catch up to a few that are right here in front of him, one of them being the 21. Here's the 3-car Rowdy. So that 3-pack have really gotten separated. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Knights, when we get to Daytona, if that's what happens, you can line up the shots of Black House, and I'll be good to go, okay? All right. Keep them coming. I'll even bring the shot glasses.
We're going to get one for every NASCAR track that we go to this year.
Yeah, I don't know how many times this year I would have said cars. Oh, there's another one. What do you know? No, country girl, it's not that I want them to get better. I want them to go to bed. I don't want to spend the whole week that I'm in Daytona sick. All right, here's the 16 of Control Chaos. Really no one around him. Just kind of racing the track rather, trying to control his line. Looks like he might be a little loose, or he's just trying to allow the truck to push up towards the wall a little bit, but still Control Chaos. I know that he's got followers as well. If his followers are here, thank you very much for checking in. Definitely appreciate you. There's a 5-car Little Tank right behind the 87 of Ingalls. great to see Little Tank back at the track again.
Oh, Pete, we got a stack up for the lead right here. Rowdy's trying to get around 2 lap cars going into turn 1.
See if I can. You said Rowdy?
Rowdy is the leader.
Rowdy. Oh, okay, yeah. I almost settled on the 69 of Rowdy, not Rowdy in the 3.
Other Rowdy.
And you know what? He called that too. Yeah. I appreciate that, country. I really do. But yeah, saying cars instead of trucks, it's just in nature, you know. I'm kind of, I don't know. You got the Xfinity cars and you have the Cup cars. Kind of outweighed with the trucks. So yeah, it is what it is. No big deal.
Pete, you know we are in Texas. Yeah. We do like to drive our trucks in Texas.
This is true that we the old Lone Star State. I'm hoping to have something special set up for the Cup race when we get to Thursday over on HD's channel. So if y'all can, please, by all means, check in on Thursday night with HD. It should be a great start to that race. I'm gonna keep going through. Here we see the 21 of Hasty Cripple making his way down, or coming off of pit road, I should say, emerging just after those dotted lines. Really taking his time, making sure that there wasn't any traffic around him. Great awareness by the 21. Good job. He's going to push on, move on with those 4 brand new tires. Knights is saying he's going to something about chasing with Kool-Aid. I'm sure there's something special in that Kool-Aid, but not tonight. We're going to keep going throughout the field.
Hey, I'm telling him, don't get me started on Kool-Aid. He knows what happens last time.
Okay, fair enough.
I know he's rolling right now.
Check in with the 3 truck of Rowdy, and looks like on Carroll's stream he's running about 9th right now. As soon as he comes back by, I'll be able to get us a lap count. Actually, it looks like it's lap 33 of 36 in stage 2, so they've got 3 more until the end of the stage. So yeah, we get back up to who I think is the leader. Unfortunately, we don't have the mini map on spectator mode to be able to call these races, but yeah, get back up to the 48 more than likely.
The 3 are Rowdy. He's about to come off turn 4. Is getting ready to take the stage 2 right here.
Okay, thank you, sir. There we go. Check back in with Rowdy. And yeah, looks like is that the 87 of Ingall's right behind him? Unfortunately, they took. Okay, so yeah, more than likely that's where we're at with that.
Car big breakaway.
Yeah. The two. See, you said car, so.
Here we go. That's another one. 2 truck breakaway.
2 truck breakaway. Thank you, Country Girl. Appreciate that. Yep, 34 of 36. Let's see. And yeah, Rowdy's going to go ahead and lock up this stage. Caution's going to come out. We're going to go ahead and rack them and stack them back up. They're going to make their not final adjustments, but we're going to start the 3rd stage, and definitely the longest of the stages. So again, once Carroll is done with his adjustments, I'll be able to see exactly how many laps stage 3 is. It'll be interesting to see if maybe we missed anybody go down pit road with like 2 to go. Try to play a little track position game.
Well, Pete, I'll tell you what, the 20 of Stryker, whether he got tires or not on that last pit stop, was able to hang on for a 4th place finish in the stage. And so now he's going to come get 4 fresh tires, and we'll see if he's got a better car for the restart this time.
Yeah, we'll absolutely have to. I mean, he gave the 48 a pretty good shot earlier. I'll have to see if he's able to do that again. Looks like Carroll finished P10 of the 22 that are left on the track. I'm guessing that means that one person might have blown a motor or got too much damage. I'll have to kind of go through the field here in just a little bit and see if anybody's parked on pit road.
Big winner on the pit stops is Dooman. He's up to third now.
I was actually just on him a second ago, and I saw that he wasn't up in the top three. But Dooman's no slouch either. He's usually pretty fast. Week in, week out.
I think he fares well at these 1.5 mile tracks. Kind of his style.
Yeah.
Racing him a little bit. Pretty solid. He's in third place right now. Let's see what he can do.
Yep, and it looks like the car that finished early was actually the truck of Sammy Sung. So unfortunately, he's out of the race. No max points for Sammy tonight. So okay, top couple rows. You got the 3-car Rowdy, the 87 of Ingals, the 2 truck of Dooman, you just called him. Here's the 20 of Country Striker. And I think that is Soroka sitting there in
the 13 truck.
Yep. Back there, P5, 48, P6, and we are back green. 3-car and a 2-car, the 87. They're all going to do a little bit of Texas two-step here. We're going to try to get down to the bottom line as quick as they can. It looks like the 2-man of Doom washed up just a little bit. That might allow the 13 to check underneath him. Here goes the 48, the Aviator. He's going to actually make this 3 wide. He's got the low line, so he's got the preferred line. Here's the 88 of Watt Racing, not too far off his bumper. Going to try to make a charge up the field. As you better do it as quick as you can while the tires are new, because once they're wore out, at that point you're really just racing
20 hard
guys.
to the wall.
Yeah, I saw the 20 real hard to the wall. It's going to actually it's going to send Horn flipping.
JR Horn into the inside catch fence. Caution is out.
And I'm just waiting. Yep, here's the caution. Oh boy, yeah, the 19 of Horn was flipping after that one. That all started, as you said, with the 20 getting sent up to the wall, coming back down just a little bit, and yeah, bad news for that 20 truck of Striker. Man, he was moving.
Pete, cautions, Reed, cautions. You said the Texas two-step. How about the Western swing? They swung it 3 wide off of turn 4. And I knew that something was going to have to give because there was about 5 or 6 cars piled up into the turn 1 wall. Yeah,
I mean you can't take it 5 wide going through a tri-oval at a track that's wide enough for 3. And Aviator held it down low, just wasn't able to complete it coming through the tri-oval. At some point the car that's up top, he's going to have to move down a little bit because of the way that the track bows. So yeah, it's little. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, hey, that's just assuming they don't get a little bit loose or there's no contact or anything off the corner. These guys, they're the best, and they race confident side by side. I think we see such great racing because these guys are comfortable racing around each other. They go 3 wide every week, and it's just like nothing else.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like once they come back around, they're going to be at lap 80 of 147, so pretty close to just past halfway. As they come down the backstretch to finish up their pace lap, we're going to be taking it back green here again with the 3-car Rowdy up front, and I'm actually going to go ahead and get on his truck and look backwards, kind of see how this field looks. As he's going to take him green, the 87 of Ingals to his outside, the 2-car of Dooman sitting there P3. It looks like that's the 48 of Aviator. I'm not quite sure who's the white truck right there in P5. That might be the 16. And then that looks like that's Soroka sitting there P6. And Rowdy's going to take us back to the Geico restart zone. He's going to be able to get a pretty good jump on the 87 of Ingals again. And then the 2-car Dooman, he's going to hug that bottom line. But see the Aviator in that 48 truck, he's going to be able to get right in front of that 2. And now first through 6 is pretty much all single file. Great restart for the guys.
Great restart for the 48. He was able to jump down, get that 3rd place spot. They're 3 wide back there for the top 10.
Yeah, the only truck that I can see back there, it looks like that might be Soroka on the high side. Now, Soroka and Jelly Roll, when you see them in the races, you really got to kind of wonder how long it's going to take them, or one of them, to finish off these nights. I tell you, finish off one of these asphalt races. Those guys are phenomenal on dirt. So once these now he's gonna make me think before I talk. Don't like that. All right, it's gonna be interesting to see when these trucks actually make it to Eldora, and they're slinging dirt with the best of them. Because there you're really gonna have to watch out for Jelly Roll and Soroka, and anybody else that is prepared for that dirt on any given night.
I'll tell you what, Pete. I think I might be showing up for that dirt race. It's gonna be a real fun show.
Oh, absolutely. I can almost imagine that once we get there, Carroll's going to have to set that lobby up for 40 and let it roll, because it's going to be a great time.
Speaking of Carroll, not to speak too soon, but he's back in 6th place, moving his way up through the field under attack by the 88 of Watt Racing right now.
Yeah, Watt, again, moving his way back up. He was my early race pick. I'm not going to sway from him. I appreciate the show that he puts on every week. He won last week, and he really wanted to take this back-to-back. No nights. I am not a margarita kind of guy. You just stand up a case of Bud Light at my foot or at my feet, and I'm set, buddy. But you know that about me already.
That must
so
be
now,
our friends, huh?
absolutely. Yeah, Rowdy's still leading these guys around. You got the 48.
Looks like we got a caution
right
on
here
track.
In P3. Yeah, and I don't see anything from Carroll's camera. I'm not quite sure what happened in the back.
I think there was a couple cars that got together in the back. I see the 16 car looks tore up.
16 car.
Back there.
Yep. One truck I'm surprised that we haven't seen much of, and that's actually the 45 at Serving Cone. When HD Motorsports broadcast a race with me and Knights a few weeks back, I think it was for Auto Club, Serving Cone said that the paint scheme that he's running again tonight is the one that he generally runs whenever he feels really, really good about a race. Like he's gonna be very much in contention. So I'm looking for the 45 at Serving Cone to kind of work his way back up towards the top. But hey, here's the 20 of Striker. He's going to be our control car again. So damaged a little ways back. He was able to fix that up, able to work his way through the field just a little bit, get back into place. He's got the three truck of Rowdy to his outside. He's got the 48, and then it's the 87 Let's see. I think that's the 16 right there in P5. Not 100% sure. And then Dooman sitting P6. Looking. No, that's actually the 95. Yeah, that's the 95 of Viper. See, I didn't call you Kamal Viper. But guys, if there's it looks like right now there's about 12 of y'all sitting in stream. I definitely appreciate it. If you don't already, please, go on up to that subscribe button and just kind of give it a little bit of a tap on it with your bumper, and hit that notifications button. You'll be told every time I go live, either with the trucks here on Sunday nights or the Xfinity cars on Tuesday nights. And we are going back to green. It looks like 20 of Striker got a really healthy jump. The 48 of Aviator is going to be able to duck down to the bottom here because of three trucker Rowdy right behind him. Here comes the 2 of Dooman. Knights, I'm going to stop because I don't give a damn. I'm already drunk compared to you.
Great restart for the 20 truck.
Great restart. Oh, yeah.
Good restart for him.
But,
he's going low on
yeah.
Striker right now.
Yep, he's going low on Striker, and we'll have to see if the 3 is able to kind of push the 48 along. Leave the 20 kind of hung out a little bit, and here comes the 88 of Watt Racing. He's up inside your top 5, and I really believe, JC, that if he can sniff a bit of clean air, he is going to take off. That truck was really fast. No, we have not. But I tell you, once he gets that Silverado in clean air, he is gonna take off. I have no doubt in my mind. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing what he's going to be capable of doing, whether he's going to be able to run away from this 48 and the 3 and the 87. Looks like they made a little bit of contact. Watt may get a bit of a jump right here if that 87 of Ingalls doesn't try to do a little bit of slide job, or a side draft rather. Nope, a little bit of gap between them. 87's going to move up. The 88's going to get a good pull from that 48 of the Aviator. Great racing up front here, JC.
Yeah, great racing up front for sure. They're packing it in really tight coming off turn 2. 48 hanging hard on the outside. The 87 of Bengals trying to get second place back, trying to give Rowdy a challenge for the lead.
Yeah, the 87 of Ingalls, he's kind of swerving a little bit, getting into the corner, maybe not quite sure whether he was clear or not really positive, but it looks like some of these trucks are starting to get a little loosey-goosey, as HD would say, coming off of the corner. We'll actually stick right here with the 48 of the Aviator. He's got the 88 of Watt Racing right underneath him. You'll see the back of the 88 kind of step out a little bit right there again. Almost hitting the outside wall, able to control it, pull it back in, get it straight, get it digging. He's right on the back bumper of the 2 of Dooman, and they're still motivating.
Yeah, I'm watching the 9 of Carroll right now, working on the high side. He's trying to pass the 95 truck, but it's just not working. It seems like the guys that are out front, they're single filed, they're running low, they're starting to pull away from the lead pack a little bit.
Yeah, they're getting in that draft, and all the front guys are fast. I don't want to say the guys in the back aren't fast. Maybe they had to deal with a brake check. Maybe somebody didn't go, or whatever the case may be. But it's been pretty consistent. Being able to call out the guys that have been up front most of the night. Now you've got this pack of 5 that are nose to tail. Then you have a pack of 4 that are not necessarily lined up, but they need to realize that they need to be as soon as possible. Otherwise, this pack of 5 that are just drafting along, they are going to pull away. There we go. Now you see that second pack of 4 get single file. They might be able to catch the draft of Watt Racing here pretty soon, pull them back up. Then we'll have a lead pack of 9. Maybe at that point they can get a little bit more racy, start dicing it up, maybe get us a few more different leaders. Never know. But right now it's all about the 3-car Rowdy pulling his train around.
The 3-truck of Rowdy's got the lead, the 87 of Ingalls in second, and the 48 of Aviator. They've been up front, but we got some new challengers in the 2 of Dooman and the 88 of Watt Racing. They've had to drive from the back, both of them, and they've made their way all the way up to 3rd and 5th now. Dooman working on second.
Yep, Dooman's he's gonna challenge no matter what he how he can, or what he's capable of doing. Yeah, I saw that too, Country Girl. Kind of the 20 and the 16 got together a little bit. Here's the 16 to Controlled Chaos. Had his sister-in-law checking into the stream a few weeks back. If you're back in the stream, I just want to say hello. Let's see. Here's the 19 of JR Horn. Here's the 88 of Watt Racing. Let's kind of go on board with him here a little bit as he's keeping track of the 48 truck of the Aviator. Aviator right now is sitting P4. Right in front of him, he's got the 87 of Ingalls. In front of Ingalls is the 2 truck of Dooman. And leading these guys around still is that 3 truck of Rowdy. Rowdy is your 2017 Xfinity truck and Cup Series champion. Probably the one driver that was capable of pulling all that off in the league a couple years back. I don't think you'll see anybody doing that again since they've put some restrictions on how many races Cup guys can run in either the Xfinity or the Cup Series. Let's see. 20s, okay, yeah. Oh, that's what Country Girl. Once I get to 20, it's just bedtime for me. I'm not the partier. Yep. Once I get to 20, it's all I'm looking for at that point is my pillow. So yeah, I'm gonna just say cars whenever I say cars, and I'll say trucks when I say trucks, and say anything else in between. All right, let's keep going.
Tell you what, cars or trucks, either way, these drivers are wheeling it tonight.
Oh yeah,
on a heck of a show.
They are really, and after those first couple early cautions, it seems like they were able to get settled in a little bit, or maybe Carroll had a little bit of a talk with them, saying, "Hey guys, all right, come on, let's settle down. We got a long race to go. If you got the truck that's meant to be up front and you can make up the time on those in front of you, go for it. Just do it cleanly, race hard, race clean. Know what's around you." And yeah, these guys have kind of been on a more even keel since the start of the third stage. And right now, as I check in on Carroll's stream, he's actually sitting P7 with Soroka in front of him, and 2 up is the 88 of Watt Racing. Behind him is the 45 of Serving Cone, and then the 95 of Pro Viper. So Carroll's actually having a pretty good race tonight. I'm happy to see that. Just as I say that, he went ahead and slapped the turn 4 wall, sent him down pit road. But it doesn't look like a caution's going to come out. He's able to maintain control of the truck as he's going to blend back into racing and get back up on track. Check into the 42 of Dooman going down. I'm sorry, not the 42 of Dooman. That was the 42 of Redneck Man, rather. There we go. Here's the 69 of Rowdy Burns. Really haven't talked much about Rowdy tonight. Let's see. Rowdy's just kind of hanging tight with the 18 and the 95 in front of him, and I think that is the 20, if I'm not mistaken, of Stryker behind him. Again, bad break for the 22 of Sammy Sung. He's back on pit road, blown motor. Sammy, we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Pete, I'll tell you what, Rowdy and Ingalls have pulled away just a little bit from third place of Aviator. They've got some lap traffic around them. They've cleared the 12, actually. The 12 is no longer a factor, but there is a car in front of Rowdy who appears to be pulling away. So my question is, how long do you stay out on the track watching a car you were just about to lap pull away from what we've seen as maybe the most dominant car all day?
Yeah, you definitely can't stay out long. I mean, if you're about ready to lap a car, I wouldn't really imagine that you're too worried about that particular car or whatever. But you're not going to want to stay out too much longer than your main competition. Like, for example, if you see Aviator pit from a couple cars back, you're not gonna stay out very much longer, because once he gets out, he's going to be
coming down pit road. Here he comes.
He's going to be at least 0.3 faster. So I'll go ahead and try to find him as I come across the 13 of Soroka, 95 of I just said his name before. There we go, 95 of Viper. Couple cars really, couple are really cutting the grass. Kind of looking like Dan the Lawn Man if he was here racing with us tonight.
Well, they're not cutting that grass. They're chopping that leaf. They're trying to turn it into Eldora, the infield right there.
Yeah. Pretty soon, the tips of the grass going through the tri-oval will be nothing but dirt. Soroka is really getting all he can out of the apron as he makes his way down pit road. It looks like he's able to whoa it up in time. He's going to go ahead and pull into his pit stop here. Get 4 brand new Mr. Feelgoods, get a full tank of gas. It looks like once Carroll cycles his menu again, I'll be able to get a lap count. But I think everybody's probably going to hit I would say maybe 2 more times, but yeah, that'll be good.
Already, Rowdy and Ingalls have gone 2. It's about to be 3 more laps than Aviator. Actually, the 3 is dropping low on the backstretch. He's coming this time.
Yeah, as I look at Carroll's stream, he's only got 3 laps of fuel left in the tank, so they're all going to have to come down pit road here sooner than later. They could, these last few that have not pit yet, maybe they're hoping, somebody will spin out when trying to get on the binders heading towards pit road, or they'll, and collect somebody as they come up back towards the track, and caution will come out and they'll get, a free pass down pit road. But some of these truckers are a little bit smarter than that. But yeah, here comes Stryker coming out. As you see the 3 car of Rowdy pull into his pit.
The 87 is just now entering pit road as the leader.
All right, so 87 of Ingalls. Yep, I see him a little swervy, a little back and forth. Might have got on the brakes a little too hard. Let's take a look.
Rowdy is just now coming off of pit road. Up on Aviator.
Here's the 45 of Serving Cone, working his way past the 52 down low. Again, kind of curious. No, actually, the 45 does not have the confetti on his truck. So maybe I misspoke earlier. Maybe he wasn't 100% positive about this race, but all the same, he's forever consistent. Good to see him have another great run here tonight. Get back to the 48 of the Aviator, just as the 87 of Ingalls is exiting pit road. So it looks like the Aviator was able to get a much better entrance as well as time on pit road, because he looks like he made up a ton of time on the 87 truck.
Well, the 87 pit 3 laps after the 48, and the 3 pit 2 laps after the 48. So
yeah,
the 48
so
now
look
has,
at that time.
It looks like 1 full short stretch over second place now.
Wow. Yeah, it's a long time to go. Thank you, Country Girl. Appreciate it. 109 at that time. So looking at about 105, considering I just saw your message. Let's see. Check back in with Carroll here. All right, so I missed Carroll making his pit stop. Looks like it was green. He's back out on track, back in 14th position, so he might have lost a little time. And they've actually got 36 laps remaining. So that message must have been out there for a while. Either that or they were 109 laps in. Okay, I get you. Keep going through the field. Catch back up with the 87. Alrighty, yeah. Well, it's yep, that's kind of going around tonight for some reason. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
All right, yepper. The Heat 4 servers must be having some issues. Maybe all the Pro League qualifying or practice races are taking up the time. Let's see.
Well, Pete, I can tell you lap 115 of 147.
Yep. Try to find... There's Horn, there's Watt. Now, I'm kind of curious. We were talking about Watt and how he was able to work his way through the field. I wonder where he's sitting right now. He was right up there with the 3 and the 87 and the 48 and the 2 at Dooman. I see the 3 car as actually he was, or the 3, as he was pretty loose coming off of 4 right now, or just then. But looks like, let's see if the 88's kind of the same. No, it looks like the 3 was able to hold his truck pretty steady going down the back stretch, going through 3 and 4 right now. Watt's still got a bead on the 95 Viper. and getting closer and closer to that 3, and I think that was the 13 of Soroka right in front of him.
And Pete, I'll tell you what, these top 3 are just in their own zip code tonight. Top 3 being the 87 of Ingalls, the 48 of Aviator, and the 3 of Rowdy. And the 3 is actually beaten on the back bumper of the 48 right now, looking to retake the lead.
All right, I'll go ahead and get through here as quick as I possibly can.
87 wants to see them
There
get
we
side
go.
by side so he can come right back up into the mix.
Oh yeah, I mean you want the racing, as you see the 3-car Rowdy maybe trying to get a little bit of a side draft off the 48. Instead, the 48's going to go ahead and try to pinch that 3-car down. You see him running in that same lane. He's not going to allow the 3 to really drive up off the corner. He's still keeping them pinched down, going side by side through the trial. 87 of Ingalls still right there. 48 still going to keep that pin, the 3-car pinch down. Looks like the 3 with a little bit of help from the 87 of Ingalls was able to complete that pass. So now you got the 3, you got the 87 now side by side with the 48. He's probably going to be able to complete the pass with a little bit of a slide job coming off of 4 if they don't get too loose. Nope, they're able to keep it digging.
A little bit loose off 4.
Yeah. Yep, a little bit. But yeah, new leader, new second place. Aviator's going to fall back to 3rd. Keep going through the field here. Two truck of Duman fighting with the 13 of Soroka here a little bit. Right behind him, you got the 88 of Watt. Here's the 16 of Controlled Chaos and the 69 of Rowdy Burns. Right behind him, not much there going on. There's the 5 of Lil Tank. 12-car Double J looks like another retiree. He's parked on pit road. I know that earlier you had seen him flipping a little bit. I guess they weren't able to fix that damage.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Looks like we got our second casualty of tonight's 31-car field.
Yep, 88, 95. 88 starting to catch a little bit of a draft, it looks like, from the 13 of Soroka. And 13 of Soroka is right there with the 2 of Duman I thought I saw. Yep. I am actually going to go ahead and check something here right quick. All right. Okay. Nope, nothing there. All right. Sorry about that. Keep going through the field. Catch up with the 9 truck of Carroll. Right in front of the 45, a serving cone. Looks like both of them had quite a bit of damage on the hood, so not really able to push their way through the field at this time.
Yeah, I know both the 9 and the 45 have been in a couple of incidents tonight. Maybe neither of them their fault, but that's what you get back in the pack. Pete, we got too many cars back here to be messing around in wrecks back there. Rowdy has kept his nose clean and has been up front all day. 87 has done the same thing in the 48. I've been really impressed by these 3.
Yeah, it's when you come down from the Cup Series and you're running either Xfinity or truck, it's almost like you expect a little bit more of yourself. So for them to be running up front, it's about what you'd expect. I mean, it'd be the same thing if a Moore ran tonight or Knights in the party.
There's a car on the backstretch wall. They got a wreck on the backstretch.
Oh, I see the
Ingalls flipping in the air.
Yep, and here's I just caught the 45 as he's trying to right his truck. So yeah, caution out.
I wasn't quite able to see what car came off of turn 2 sideways. Someone came off turn 2 sideways and was got turned around, was into the backstretch wall and collected our leaders.
One thing though here, JC, everybody There's 23 laps remaining in the race. Everybody's going to be able to make it on their tires, on whatever fuel they get. This is going to be a mad dash to the finish. Nobody will have to pit anymore unless, again, adage, caution breeds cautions. If they've got to pit for something like that, or if because track position has been so key, do you pit if another caution comes out? But yeah, they'll be taking the green, I'm guessing, with like 21 to go. I'll know here in just a second. But it looks like it's going to be the 48 of the Aviator. He's going to be the control truck. Then you got the 2-car of Dooman to his outside. You got the 13 of Soroka. If he's able to finish right where he is, this would be his second week in a row with a podium position. That should be a great interview. I'll be glad to do it. On the outside of Soroka, it looks like you got the 95 of Pro Viper. Sitting P5 is the 88 of Watt Racing. So he's back up front again with a strong truck. Then you've got the 18 truck, I think that was right there. So these guys coming down the backstretch. It could be for the last time under pace lap. Depending on if they can all control themselves. Again, we still have 21 trucks on the track, hungry for a win. A truck regular really wants to lock himself into the playoffs. It's a whole different playoff system, which we'll talk about at a later time. But here we go. 48's taking over the restart zone. Big push from the 13 of Soroka. 2 trucks going to be on the outside. Pro Viper is going to try to give that 2 truck a big old push. We'll have to see how they go, and we're back green, JC.
Yeah, the 48 gets a really good restart. The 2 truck, I'll get it out eventually, of Dooman able to slip down to second place. 13 of Soroka hanging tight in third. This is the best he's run all day with the 88 in tow right behind him.
Now, Soroka is a truck regular. He's not here from the Xfinity or the Cup Series. He's here to battle for a championship. A dirt regular here to battle among these truck guys for a dirt championship. And just as we say that, here comes the 88 of Watt Racing. He wants to go back-to-back. He was telling me all day that he's ready to go. He even mentioned it on Twitter that he was going to have a truck to contend. Still, 48 up front. Here you got the 2 truck of Dooman, 13 Soroka, 4, and then the fourth place is still the 88 of Watt. They're going to have to try to keep that pen down. You really got to protect that bottom line through these turns. 88's going to need to get it down just a little bit. Looks like the 2 of Dooman is a little squirrely coming off the corner. And let's see. I'm trying to get a truck number for P5. Not able to do it right now. These guys are moving around a little bit too much, but that's all right. I'll keep going through the field. Here's a 3-car Rowdy.
Cowboy
Thank you
Matt.
very much. Appreciate that. Cowboy Matt sitting P5, country girl. Controlled Chaos is doing all right. God Power. He was back in pack a little bit. Got involved in some earlier issues, but he's been able to kind of rebound just a little bit. I'll actually get to that to the truck of Cowboy Matt here. Give me 1 second. There's Cowboy Matt. Nice strong truck tonight. Old Toyota Tundra.
Look who he's got to his inside.
Yep. Rowdy, nasty lag. He just kind of donkey kicked the 18 back a little bit. That's going to allow a few people to get through. Rowdy in that lag sometimes, I tell you. The one that really is going to suffer from that is that 18. He's probably got a ton of damage now. Yeah, it really looks like the front end's pushed in a little bit. Oh, man. I hate that for the 18. It's having, yep.
It's like the 20's got some damage of Striker back there. He was also right behind the 18 when that incident occurred.
Oh, man. Bad. Yeah, country girl, I tried for you. I appreciate
in the
you.
grass, 37 truck. Looks like he's going to be able to save it. He's back going down straight.
Going to kind of get back to our field here. Boy, I hated that for the 18. Man, strong run on the outside, and Rowdy's lag kicks in again.
The tough thing for Rowdy is that there's nothing that he could do in that situation. He's a victim of his own crime almost.
Yeah, that old Alaskan internet, I tell you. High-speed DS crap.
Something the other day where someone said, good internet is a basic human right, and I'm about to get on that ship.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I've worked in, not to kind of get off pace here a little bit, but I've worked in telecom for about 20 years. When I first started, phone was the only service that was controlled by the FCC or monitored, or where the FCC kind of worried about it. Internet over the last several years was actually added to that. If you watch a commercial, it used to be where they'd have their phone number, hey, give us a call, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now everybody is, hey, look us up on the internet, here's our webpage, here's our Twitter, whatever. Nobody wants you to call them anymore. Everything's all web-based, and yeah, that's the way that it's been. So let me see here.
Sure. 48 of
back up
Aviator
front,
still hanging tough in the lead, but he's got Dooman beating on his back bumper, trying to go down low and take the lead.
He actually might be able to do it. It looks like the Aviator might have got a little tight and washed up just a little bit. Here comes the Dooman to his inside. Dooman's going to have to kind of check up just a little bit. Hopefully he can get off and back on the gas a little bit better than the 48 Aviator. Aviator's going to be able to keep it wound up. Where's the three of Rowdy going to go once he catches up to these two? And then here's Soroka right there, P4. Keeping an eye on these guys, thinking maybe, hey, who knows? Maybe they'll make a little bit of contact, wash back towards me a little bit, get that'll work out for a better finish for him. And right now, Carroll is running P8, and they've got 9 laps remaining. So I'm going to guess probably about 8 laps with the time for Twitch to get back to me. But another lap that the 48 ran, and I'm still watching that 3-car surge a little bit. He's rubber banding. The 2-car Dooman probably does not want to ride his bumper around this track. It's it'd probably best just to get to his inside, maybe side draft with him. He's not going to lag side to side. It's more going to be front to back anytime you're rubber banding. But best case scenario for the Aviator, he gets a lag shot from the 3 truck, and it pushes him forward. But worst case scenario, he lags back and knocks someone out. I don't know. But anybody around that 3 truck is just asking for a little bit of an issue.
Hey, Clean Air has a whole different meaning at this point. As the 48 goes way down block 3, he's not going to let him have it.
No.
This is where you make your money, Pete. These 20 to go restarts. If you're in the top 10, well, look at who's running the top 5. You know?
Yeah.
A bunch of guys who have been here all day, and they've nailed the last restart, and it's sitting right in front of you. We're getting ready to come down to, got to be coming. And speed is right there for about 6 or 7 cars. They can still get it.
Yeah, I mean, anybody like you said, top 6, top 7 are definitely capable. It looks like they've got about 5 laps to go. It's still 48 up front, 3-car right behind him. The 2 truck of Dooman, 13 truck of Soroka, and then I believe that was the 87, if I'm not mistaken, not 100% sure. Unfortunately, I can't, so that was the 87 of Ingalls, and then the 88 of Watt Racing, as the 48 was able to protect that bottom line. 3 wasn't able to get by. He is really running more and more in his mirror than he has through that windshield. He's really trying to protect that line, keeping it as low as he can, cutting right along that grass line through the tri-oval, right along that white line going through 1 and 2. Trying to wash up towards the wall to get the throttle down, but that 3, he's giving him fits. He's really going to try to pressure him into making a mistake.
He's really racing him hard. The 48 is going to have to make a mistake to lose this race. It looks like the 3's got a really great truck. If they get side by side, I'm really interested to see if the 2 can catch back up and the 87 can catch back up and make this a 4-car race game.
Yeah, they're going to have to get lined back up to push. I mean, the 87 of Ingalls, he's going to get a little bit of a draft here off the 3 very soon. Once that happens, they're going to pull Watt Racing right up to his bumper. Here they come now on the outside. 2's giving the 13 of Soroka a push. Soroka was shoving the 4. Who was that? That the 48? Yeah, that was
Something
the 48.
happened
So 48.
to the 48. He's back to third.
Yeah, something happened with the 48. He's back in third now. So now you got the 3 truck of Rowdy, followed by the 87, I believe. So the 87 was able to make from P5 up to P2. Here's the battle for P3 between the 13 of Soroka, the 48 of the Aviator. Here comes the 2 truck of Dooman, the 88 of Watt Racing, getting a big pull off the 48, ducking back down behind the 2, catching his draft. They really need to get lined up. They've only got like 2, maybe 3 laps to go.
Going low for the lead right here.
I think, was that? No, that wasn't it. I'm guessing this is their last lap. Yeah, I'm still watching Carroll's stream.
Yeah, they're really racing hard for this lead up here.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. Let me see if I can get to. There we go. I'm on the front bumper of the 2, keeping an eye on the 2 leaders. 2 cars really down low on that apron, and he's digging off. I don't think there's going to be any kind of a change up front. Your top 3 more than likely are going to be the 3, the 87, and Dooman. And
Pete,
that is your
race.
Finish. Yes,
Rowdy
sir.
first, Ingalls second. I got to go back to see who third place is. Looks like it might be the 2 of Dooman.
Yep. I was on his bumper watching the battle. Great run by these guys. All right, JC, can you please open up the party and we'll get those 3 in here. Yeah, Knights Poopy for the win. HD, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Poopy for the win. But you know what? This works out great. Well, actually, I don't know if Dooman is actually running for points in the Truck Series or not. I don't think he is. So we'll actually have to go back through the standings and see where the first truck regular was able to finish. Rowdy, please go ahead and add your audio. So your running order, and Carroll went through too fast. Oh well. All right. So let me get back to the party here. All right, it shows you and me, Dooman, Rowdy, Aviator, and okay. All right, finish.
Well, hold
Pete. On. Yeah, can everybody please add their audio? If you're first through third. Thank you.
That's retarded.
Perfect.
That's retarded.
Was there
I just want
to
to know how come I just got DQ'd for no reason. That's fucking retarded.
Me too. I was on the apron.
Hold on, guys. Not on my stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No. All right. So, what was the top 3 do, man?
Ingalls, me and
Okay. All right. I'll start off with. Actually, you know what, JC, you're a fan of the dirt. Go ahead and take Soroka if you would, please.
Soroka, man, you drove a great race. Watched you wheel that 13 truck to third place. How was it?
Soroka, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh,
I had to clean
okay.
my audio. The car
Gotcha.
felt great all night long. I couldn't believe I finished at third.
All right, be smart.
It was a hell of a race.
Going green. Almost.
Yep, absolutely. How was the car over the long run? Did you have to make a bunch of adjustments?
No, it was there all race. I just kept it clean and didn't overdrive the corners and all that, so I wouldn't get loose coming off. It felt great.
Awesome deal. Well, congratulations on your third place. Pete, want to go ahead and take our second place guy?
Thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
Soroka, just real quick, man. Hey, 2 podium finishes for you 2 weeks in a row. Great job. Keep up the momentum, sir.
Thank you, repeat.
You got it, buddy. I think you said Ingalls was second.
Two-man.
Do-man.
What up?
Hey, well, obviously you got me. How are you, man?
Not too bad, you?
I'm all right. You're doing a whole lot better than I am. I just have one question for you before I really get into this. Are you running for points in trucks this year?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so this really works out great for you, mingling among some of the some of the Cup drivers, the Rowdies, the Aviators, the Ingalls, whatnot. Tell us about your truck, bud.
Well, it was pretty good. I just think my crew chief. I usually always end up finishing second to him, so it was a good truck. Felt good. It was a good race. Pretty good race. Long.
Yeah, you definitely seem to keep your two truck pretty clean. Really weren't mixing it up among too many people. Keeping the air, not really allowing others to side draft, pull you back a little bit. What was the wear like on your truck throughout the race?
It was pretty good. I actually had I think it was maybe 10 to 20% still in my right front, even after the fuel was gone. I think
Not too
I
shabby.
think I drive it a little too aggressive, but it lasts the fuel run. But yeah, I just try to stay out of trouble. Try to stay away from any of the carnage. It was.
Well, you did a great job. I mean, coming home P2 to the competition that you had out there tonight. Any shout outs, sir?
I just want to thank my crew chief. Awesome setup.
Any certain name to throw out there?
Well, I finished second to him. I said so.
See, I didn't catch that part.
Hey, he blew
All
by
right,
me.
well, gotcha. JC, winners all you.
Hang on. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how was it out there? It looked like it was pretty tough with that lead pack.
Yeah, it was some tight racing all night. Good talented group of drivers. It was a lot of fun just out there mixing it up. I'm not running for points, obviously, being Cup, but it's all about the trophy, and it was basically. I thought I pretty much had it wrapped up. Had a good command on it, and lap truck wrecked in front of me and took me and Rowdy out, and had to restart in 17th with like 18 laps to go. Wasn't real thrilled about that, but got back up there. So
I did have one question for you. The 48 car had to leave with just a few laps to go, and you and the three were able to get around them. What did you see from your angle? How did all that go down?
I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know if they got together, if he just got loose, and he ended up down on, he about wrecked it and got all the way down to the apron, and he was able to gather it up and fall in behind me going into turn 3, but yeah, I'm not really all that sure what happened there. It was hard to really tell from my angle whether they got together, if he just got loose coming off too, or what.
Well, man, you drove a heck of a race. Pete and I watched it. You got any shout-outs?
No, not really. I'd like to thank Pete and you and all the guys that broadcast this every week, and all the people that tune in, though. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think at some
My bad,
point
guys.
during the race we were up to about 18 people carrying on in chat, talking things out. I want a big thank you to Country Girl 85, absolutely. To Knights, I know you're not feeling well, that's why you're not here with me. JC, man, I really want to thank you for coming in and helping me out. Couldn't do it without you, or I could, but I don't think I'd be able to say another word afterwards.
It was definitely a lot of fun, Pete. Glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to strapping in racing Thursday.
Yeah, talking about Thursday, we got one more race between now and then. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, we'll have the Xfinity Series here. And if you thought the racing here was pretty tight, those guys are going to be after it just as much. The field will probably be a little bit bigger, a little bit more competition, which is just great to call. A couple big things about NNR. today, NNR on our Twitter, we reached our 100th follower. So if you happen to be in chat or if you catch a stream later, thank you very much for following us there. Please go ahead and head on over to that subscribe button, smash it. If you are that 100th person, I'd like to, again, say thank you there. Got a lot of things planned for our 2019-2020 season. This was our 5th race in for the season so far. The racing did not disappoint. 2 wide, 3 wide at times. It's been great. I really want to thank y'all. Until Tuesday night, again, 9 o'clock, I will catch y'all on the track. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.